The year is 2013. 2 years since Skyrim. 5 years since Bethesda's last Fallout. And we'd heard nothing. Fans are starved. Ravenous for anything at this point, they scramble for any scraps they could find. Voice actors' tweets, employee leaks, Bethesda staff sightings.
Hooray!
They'd take anything.
Ew, yikes, ew. Gross, put that back where it belongs, in between grandma's cheeks.
But on the 14th of November 2013, a website appears online, the Survivor2299.com. On it, Fallout's Vault-Tec logo and a countdown to December 11th.
Do you think they are working on any new Fallout game? Or did they just sort of give up on the franchise?
That was just 4 days after the Game Awards, where Skyrim was announced 3 years ago. Fans dig through the online directory, and its publisher? ZeniMax Media.
Oh no.
Still, some are skeptical. But then 3 days later, ZeniMax Media actually files the trademark for Fallout 4 in Europe. They'd also said nothing about the website. If it wasn't legit, surely they'd just come out and say so. This could only mean one thing. The next Fallout was here.
Soon, I believe. Honestly, I don't get excited about games anymore because lately all the development teams are so fucking insufferable that I can't expect it to be good. Maybe if it's made in Korea, Japan, or China, then it's going to be alright. Or in Europe. But Americans right now, they are... Am I the only one who sees a face on the crotch? Am I tripping? I'm sort of seeing it. Am I seeing it? Ubisoft is European. Okay, but that's French. That doesn't matter. Yeah, sorry, Eastern Europe, like Poland. Polish game devs are really fucking good lately.
Bethesda hadn't abandoned us. They were finally throwing a bone to the little
Oliver Twist.
Little guy. And fan speculation goes wild.
Expedition 33 is that's true. Okay, a little bit of redemption for the French boys. Expedition 33 was pretty good.
Then comes the Morse codes.
True.
Then the Caesar shift cryptography. Then the Visioneer ciphers. Fans are sat at home in their pants for hours deciphering them. They even find a working phone number on the website, which leads to more codes. Some of these codes reference an actual radio frequency in Massachusetts, which sounds like this. Bethesda's YouTube channel is even linked in the source code.
They should have put ooh, mommy, under it. Then it would be ooh, mommy.
To the website. This was serious stuff. Bethesda had gone above and beyond with the viral marketing here. Every gaming outlet is talking about it, and there's even Facebook pages and YouTube channels with daily updates monitoring it.
You can tell that this is old because who the fuck would use Facebook anymore?
The subreddit watching the website's every move. The 6th of December 2013, almost 2 weeks of code cracking, and fatigue is beginning to set in. But it's now just 1 day before the Game Awards, and 5 days before the countdown ends. The hype is tangible. And Todd and the boys hit us with this tweet.
Oh, didn't they also delay the new GTA again? Didn't they say that it will come in May instead? I swear to God, I saw a tweet that they are delaying it again. Lads, I am not sure if we are going to have it even in 2026. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's going to be oh no, we have to put it to July, August. Oh no.
What? It's got to be a joke. Some sort of sick joke. But then fans boot up the website, and
oh my god.
Gone was the timer, the Vault-Tec logo. All that was left? A Rickroll hosted on a server somewhere in Poland.
It's not true. It was it?
A dark day.
No
3
way.
weeks of speculation and hype, countless videos on YouTube, and dozens of hours of people's lives spent cracking random ciphers and lining up rivers on Google Maps for absolutely nothing. Naturally, they're not pleased. The guy behind the website does an AMA on Reddit and is vilified by the community instantly. We hear
Wait, was that not done by the official team? Was this just a fucking troll?
nothing else about Fallout for a while.
Really?
And Fallout fans return to the darkness.
No, that's so evil.
June the 2nd, 2015. Another Fallout-themed countdown timer appears. We'd been burned before. Turn it off. But turns out, this time, it's actually real. And on June the 3rd, it's nearing the end. And finally, after years of anticipation, Fallout 4's announcement trailer is actually upon us. June the 14th. It's E3. And Bethesda Game Studios is holding their first full press conference. Todd strolls out on...
Is there still E3? Or did they stop that? I feel like all of these conventions kind of like flopped so hard lately. No? Aww. Yeah, that's how I remember.
Stage again.
So sad.
Confidence radiating. He's met with thunderous applause.
Rest
again,
in peace, E3.
The claims are bold.
All of this just works. And again, it just works.
All of this just works, gentlemen. No questions, no bugs. It just works.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Is that the release date?
Yep.
That's just 5 months away.
It just works.
But first, look to the skies. By God.
Oh my God, it's War Thunder!
War Thunder is one of the most comprehensive PvP vehicle combat games ever created. 10 nations, over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships. From some of the most technologically advanced death machines ever concocted by man, to your granddad's crusty old crop duster. Jump into combat in almost...
You wanna fuck the ad? Oh my God, that's a good looking tank.
Anything.
Okay, I will skip it for you.
This is 2. It's a type Eagle of Valor.
Dude, I keep seeing this meme everywhere.
PC or consoles.
Ah, is that a pig tank? Brother, share the oats, brother.
Well, for a limited time, here's a massive bonus pack.
Brother.
Including an exclusive vehicle decorator, Eagle of Valor, 100,000 silver lions, 7 days of premium, plus a ton more. Just sign up through the link in the description.
Oh, this is still War Thunder. I thought this was... You're a cheeky advertisement. You're longer than I wanted you to be.
Hello.
God damn it. I thought that was
now,
part of the video.
Context, a few years before Fallout 4 was even announced, Bethesda let Obsidian Entertainment, a Californian development team...
Look at the dev team. Look at all these sweaty men. That's how you know that it should be a good game. The sweatier the developer, the better the game. If you have like the literal World of Warcraft gamer demographic to develop your game, then you're lucky.
With several key people.
That's what you need. My goodness. He's so smooth. Gloriously smooth.
Original dev team take the wheel and crank out a Fallout 3 spin-off based on their original plan for Fallout 3 back in 2004. With only 18 months to get the game out the door, they got to work immediately, and in 2010, Fallout New Vegas was released.
Uh-oh.
Wait.
You guys like New Vegas. You guys keep telling me that it's even better than Fallout 4.
Was that traits from the first game? Joinable factions? An in-depth reputation system?
I hate the air that you breathe!
And actual skill and attribute checks in dialogue and out in the world.
Hey, yum.
Man, I can't wait to see the look on his face.
Also, the writing here is actually good.
Impossible.
The world, pretty deeply thought out.
Bro, when was the last time that we had good writing? Like, unironically, like, when was the fucking last time?
Multiple factions at play, an interesting conflict, and...
Is that it, the budget? Baldur's Gate 3? I guess, yeah, Baldur's Gate was pretty fucking good. EXP 33. It's like, we can cherry pick like 3 games per year. Maybe, and then we are lucky.
Actual player choice. The characters are also well written.
Maybe.
And if you don't like someone, that's fine, because this is always an option. Then there's almost every chain of side quests in the game affecting the main story and the ending slideshow. There are actually hundreds of endings here.
Holy
shit. We were looking
shit.
at a 3D Fallout game with actual RPG mechanics and good writing here. In fact, the game had fixed almost everything wrong with Fallout 3, and it was phenomenal. Obsidian even had to work around the crusty Gamebryo engine code.
Impossible.
With all the issues that came with it. For instance, If anything in the game is voiced, there has to be a character to actually voice it. This leads to characters in the game like Ron the narrator, Bill the tax collector, and Testicles the debugger.
Excuse me? What? Hold the fuck up. What? Testicles the debug centurion. One of these are not like the others, gentlemen. He has big hands. I mean, hey, if it were... Yeah. Can I be like, I don't know, like the vagina, Scooch and the vagina juggler or something? I would love to voice that character. Actually, it would be really great. Thank you.
Centurion. The ending slideshow is also an actual in-game slideshow the characters locked into looking at, with Ron the narrator behind it. Anyway, due to the engine, the short development time they'd been given, and the colossal 500 megabytes of RAM they'd had to work with consoles, the big plans they had for the city had to be trimmed considerably. But 18 months in, and Obsidian had made one of the best role-playing games of all time. However, because it's so jam-packed and was made in such a short time, it has a rough start. It's horrifically buggy.
What the fuck was that? Is this the Enderman? It kind of looks like a Minecraft boy. It's like those long boys. It's beautiful.
Horrifically buggy.
Okay, but was it worse than Cyberpunk at launch? Was it worse or was it better?
It's horribly optimized on release.
Nah.
Almost unplayable in
it
some
wasn't
cases.
worse, I guess.
There's literally a bug where you can't enter the main strip of New Vegas without wearing the old cowboy hat.
That's fair. If you're not wearing the hat, what's even the point of playing?
The bugs are eventually patched, but because of its release date, New Vegas receives 84 points on Metacritic.
More lamps in the
that was
of
just
the
one
space station.
point short for the bonus Bethesda would have given them, as per the contract. As a result, layoffs at Obsidian, and around 20 to 30 people have vanished.
Bye-bye.
Nefarious theories about Bethesda begin to float. Some fans even suggest
game was rigged from the start.
Obsidian would go on to pitch a Fallout New Vegas 2 and a similar spin-off with Elder Scrolls. A guaranteed cash cow for both parties. But this time, Bethesda says no. And that was the end of it.
They fucked up. They fumbled so hard.
Fallout 4, probably the most hyped game of 2015. It had been half a decade since we'd last heard anything at all from the franchise, so people are naturally quite excited to jump back in. And on the 10th of November 2015, the game is out the door. The reviews, amazing. 9.5 out of 10.
Ooh, really? Was it that good? Holy shit.
IGN. YouTubers are even...
I don't remember Fallout 4, but I do remember when, was it 76 or whatever the fuck the number was behind it? When that came out, that was a fucking shithole.
calling it near perfect.
Oh, that was so bad.
However, when people actually get their hands on the game, they dig in.
Yeah?
And it's neither of those things. During development, Bethesda had looked at Fallout 3's gunplay. Yeah, not really up to standards, boys. So they pulled some programmers from id, who were developing Doom at the time, to help them make actual, functional FPS combat. And as a result, the gameplay here, a lot better. The gun modification system from New Vegas.
How smart. They just yoinked the devs from Doom and it's like, fix this shit. Right now. And they were like, ah.
This is back, and it's heavily expanded.
You hit
it's
the
actually
floor.
very good here, and utilizes the horde of absolute shit you imagine.
Wait, sorry. Lamp. I'm sorry, this game is already perfect. It has a desk lamp in it. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's it. Lamp. Ladies and gentlemen, lamp.
You amass while playing the game.
Oh yeah.
Also, more voice actors. So now every third NPC in the game no longer sounds the exact same.
Show me what you got.
Plus, a few
Show
other
me
elements
what
of
you
Fallout 4
got.
had clearly taken some inspiration from New Vegas. This game actually has joinable factions, and they play a big role in the resolution of the main storyline. An improvement. Companions are also a lot better than threes. They have personalities here, and even their own quests too, like in New Vegas. They now also like or dislike certain actions you do.
I would like a refund. Todd disliked that. Todd, you promised me that it works.
Depending on said
But
personality.
Todd.
There's now a sprint button, and that new power armor, pretty cool. However, that's generally where the good ends. See, after a bumpy start, Fallout fans had come to love New Vegas. One of the best RPGs of all time, some even claim. And so, as a following game in the same franchise, some people expected Fallout 4 to improve, maybe even build upon it. No. Todd Howard is, at this point, a legendary game designer, a 4 times world champion.
I feel like that I missed the side of him when he was loved, because ever since I look at this man, every time I just hear the memes that everyone is calling him short and ugly and fat.
His ideas were groundbreaking. He couldn't be caged.
Just works.
And his process was not
Does
changing
it?
for this game. He, and Bethesda as a whole, could do no wrong. This was going to be another smash hit regardless.
Aww.
Game of the Year was essentially coded in. And so again, simplification. The character system in Fallout 3, far too confusing. Special attributes, perks, and skills? Please. So they remove skills entirely, and merge them into perks and attributes. Traits are still nowhere to be found. The speech. See, half the charm of the old Fallouts are the branching effects of dialogue. The various quest lines and scraps of information you can wrangle from people using only the...
Dude, am I the only one who thinks that this kind of graphics is like still like really, really good? Like it doesn't, it is a bit outdated, but it like looks so fucking good. It has like its really nice charm. Meanwhile, there is like these slop Unity games that come out like 2 years ago and it looks so fucking awful already. Yeah, it's like, it's so, I don't know, like retro, but it has like a really good charm to it. Yeah, dude. Fucking Unreal Engine. I can't stand it. They're so bland and boring.
gift of the gab.
Who the fuck? Who is it? What? I should kick your fucking ass. Who is this?
So for Fallout 4, Emil and the rest of Bethesda's crack writing team sit down. What Fallout really needs is an emotional story, boys. Also, Todd's been quite blatantly gunning for a more mainstream crowd for over a decade now, and no one in the general public can really read anymore.
Is this Skibidi you've written story? I hate this meme. Please erase that.
Due to brain rot. So let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone and go for a voiced protagonist. What they didn't see coming, they couldn't possibly have predicted, was that voicing every single line of dialogue your character says in the game 2 times
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
I am Barbie girl, I said.
is a bit expensive and quite time consuming.
That's true. Bro, just get yourself a man who can do it both. That's such a fucking genius idea. Get yourself a nice fanboy who can do both. Easy.
So Todd and the team do what they do best. Streamline. That old iconic speech system? Get rid of it. That Mass Effect game is pretty good. Let's use theirs. Let's also lock the player down to 4 speech options at all times. And let's not even allow them to see what those options are. Brilliant. This results in a ton of speech options being quite deceiving.
Shut up
Hello.
and sit down, you big bald fuck.
Listen, it's still better than Nintendo. Every time Nintendo, like in Pokemon, offers you like an option, it's between yes or yes. At least they
And
try.
because writing is hard, let's just boil every speech option down to yes. Sarcastic yes. Maybe yes. And no, but actually yes.
I will choose the sarcastic yes, if that's alright. If there is an option for bratty yes, then I would also like to choose the bratty yes.
2 of the first and most popular mods to come out removes the voiceovers entirely and actually shows you what you're saying. And this problem becomes quite plain to see.
Tantrum yes. Shoot me in the head yes.
Skills are gone, and as a result,
Yoink.
skill speech checks and dialogue gone too. Special attribute speech checks too. There are charisma speech checks in the game,
I don't believe you.
but they rarely result in anything other than give me money.
All right. 200, 150.
The protagonist's voice lines
Is that how it works? I have to learn that skill in real life so that I can just walk off to people and it's just like, give me money. Persuasion check. Charisma, yes. Money, stonks.
which caused half
Better than Nintendo. Sarcastic, yes. Yes. Sarcastic, yes, but still better.
of the issues here make up for around 25% of the game's dialogue data and script. That's about 26,000 lines. All of this time and expense on a feature which fans hate and actively makes the game significantly worse. Brilliant. At least the dialogue's well written.
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
Do I need to remind you why you made that promise in the first place?
No, that won't be necessary. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready.
Then there's the karma system, which they'd gotten rid of, the faction system, but instead of the varied reputations like we'd gotten in New Vegas, you're basically either with someone or against them. The skill and attribute checks they had out in the world in Fallout 3, basically nowhere to be found. They did put a couple in there though, just enough to remind us that they could have done it, but didn't. Far fewer evil character options.
Dude, have you guys noticed it that people are actually afraid of writing good villains? Like nowadays, the villains are like just these watered dishwater doll thingies. Like, wow, he had done something bad because he's a bad guy, but like he cannot commit actual crimes because that's like problematic. He's just, he's just misunderstood actually. Oh no.
Weapon durability is gone. The new, worse layered armor system.
I swear to God, like the last good villain was Thanos. Take it. Like, I feel like Thanos was written as a really good villain because I was like, man, is he wrong though? Is he? Thanos, you know, from like Marvel? When he was like, yeah, we should nuke off the life. It's like, yeah, why not? And I was like, he does have a point.
Weapons are no longer visible. And the ending slideshow is not even gimped. It's just completely non-existent here.
Right.
The game ends on essentially the exact same...
His answer was dumb though. Well, he was almost perfect. It should have been 99%. What, to wipe 99% of the people?
Same cutscene for all 4 endings.
Oh no.
Playing every hour on every channel.
For Fallout
Why?
4, Todd also doubled down on the procedural stuff again, and attempted to make the game infinitely replayable. And to do this, they'd cooked up the settlement system.
It's done.
A base building framework that allows you to construct your own towns across the map and establish trade routes between them. Sounds great. But again, there are issues. The entire interface for base building is from the perspective of the player, limiting and obstructing camera angles, making construction a nightmare. There's also a ton of building and trash in the way that you can't scrap and have to build around. Again, a nightmare.
Is this a realistic experience, gentlemen? Can you confirm nor deny it?
Not a fan of the system? Unlucky. Because this mechanic is pretty much unavoidable. Elements are mandatory in the main quest, and one of the 4 factions' quest lines completely revolves around it. However, a benefit. Due to this new settlement system,
All of this just works.
players can now build their own settlements. No need for Bethesda to even bother. As a result,
Oh, that's a smart thing to do. I mean, some boys really like building their little settlements. I mean, isn't the entire game of fucking Valheim is building and killing and dying and building more? I guess it was just a shit system.
the game is majorly lacking in actual towns. Morrowind had something like 21 towns. Fallout 3 had about 15 proper settlements.
Just build your own game, dude. That's not a bad idea. A customizable game, and they will just give you like the building blocks and you can make it yourself.
New Vegas around 15 too. Fallout 4, 5 years later, somewhere around 7. The main city is also quite underwhelming.
Roblox?
Less settlements.
Yeah, but like less for the children, you know? So Minecraft? Yeah, but less for the children.
Equals less quests. And surprise, surprise, Fallout 4 is lacking here too. It has less than Skyrim.
Oh my god, wow. I don't remember this part being in Star Wars. I might have... Now I can see why Anakin chose the dark side. Hello?
A game that came out 4 years earlier. Missing the towns and quests our old games had an abundance of.
That's not Papa Palpatine, that's Daddy Palpatine. Excuse you.
Well, here's a tiny hovel next to a lake for you to do up yourself. There are around 30 of these potential settlements, and Bethesda uses these to pad out the game's lack of content via more radiant quests. See, there's a man in the game called Preston Garvey, and he's about to become your worst nightmare. Prepare to hear this every time you speak to the man for the rest of the game. Naturally, the character is widely hated.
I'll mark it on your map.
But turns out, he's essential. 10,000 people download a mod solely dedicated to killing him.
they built a mod just so that you can kill him up. I respect that.
Also a mod that just stops him giving out quests in an attempt to make him more tolerant.
That reminds me when fucking Hogwarts Legacy came out and people hated that Flu Powder lady all the time, so that they made a fucking mod for it where you can just like mute that bitch before it was actually patched. Because they just, oh my god.
It has around 50,000 downloads. Others turn to alternative ways of doing that. Settlements are also just kind of pointless.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
They have no impact on the main quest, and most of the actual settlers are just basic, randomly generated NPCs. You get money and items from establishing trade routes, but at the end of the game, you're pretty much drowning in all of that anyway. But Todd wasn't finished with the procedural stuff just yet.
Ma'am, I don't think that's 2 shots. Not even in Eastern Europe, but...
In New Vegas, there were a ton of unique weapons. These had unique effects and actually looked unique. In 3, most uniques had unique effects, but looked exactly the same as their default. In 4, due to the new procedural legendary weapon system, any gun can now basically have any effect, meaning no weapons here actually feel unique. The same goes for armor. When it comes down to the amount of actual content in the game, disappointment here too. Cut content, par for the course for Bethesda games, but it's never been more apparent. The map is densely populated like Skyrim, with a ton of interesting locations. The issue is, they all essentially end up just being a nice little backdrop to murder people in. Oh cool, a town made out of old boat, barge and ship parts. It's just a bunch of raiders you have to kill. A gladiator-style arena in the middle of downtown Boston. Just a bunch of raiders to kill, with no reason to ever return.
Well, what do you want? A candle at dinner? What?
Fallout 4 is barely even attempting to be an RPG anymore.
It's a violence simulator.
Sandbox, base building, looter-shooter, action exploration game. In 3, Bethesda had absolutely nailed the atmosphere.
It's the boy!
It's pretty much unanimously praised. So in 4, they change it completely. The gloomy, gritty, post-apocalyptic vibes of 3 turn into bright, colourful, and hopeful.
Aww, how cute! I love it when they Disneyfy everything, and they take everything gloomy and dark, and so that I cannot experience something that I can experience in life. But I have this like neutered gummy bear aesthetic with
4,
microtransactions. Hooray!
Also, for a AAA game in 2015, the graphics are not great. Stiff animations and pretty horrific textures across the board. The super mutants look especially bad. Compared to The Witcher 3 the same year, yeah, not great. Despite the bad graphics, the game runs terribly. Fallout 4 also
the best of both worlds. It's not only horrible looking, but it's also performing horribly. I love it when they do that.
Features an art style change that in a lot of cases does the game no favours. Some weapons look weird, tools look worse, and super mutants go from deformed, hunched over mutants to just...
Oh no, this is the fucking what happened to World of Warcraft. It's like when the orcs were like badass and manly and scary, and now everyone just looks like they put makeup on and they are just like, I'm just a pretty boy, zug zug, or whatever.
Large green men.
You know?
We don't talk about the synth armor. Also, is that gun bolt on the wrong side?
Hiya.
The writing. Again, Emil is back as head writer, and as a result, we're served an absolute masterclass of storytelling. We emerge from a vault, looking for an immediate family member. Again. The big silver people. They're back, and central to the storyline. Again.
Uh-oh.
Giant Robot Man finale. Again. Wow. Also, you've just left the vault with the sole mission of finding your only child, who's just been ripped from the clutches of your lifeless spouse.
Riveting.
Only to immediately get sidetracked by Steve down the road, who needs some help building a shed. Not too long after the game comes out, Emil does a talk where he explains his writing method.
To be fair, I feel like it's very hard to write a story like this. That was my biggest beef with Cyberpunk too. That it's like, I wanted to explore the entire world, but they are giving you this story that you have to find a solution to this, otherwise you will die really, really quickly. And I'm like, do I have to rush, or should I just watch like fucking sci-fi Jesus get crucified in a side mission? I don't know.
It's controversial.
Like, save the princess, let me cook my meal. Yeah, that too. It's like, Lake, you have to save Hyrule from Ganondorf, and the princess is like a fucking furry. You have to wake her up because she's in a crinkled diaper. Meanwhile, Link, I'm just going to rizz up the fish people. I'm going to learn how to cook.
Simple, stupid. This is what happens at Bethesda. When you write the main story of a game, we're going to write the great American novel. It's going to be this thick.
Keep it simple, stupid.
And you're going to give this book, this great American novel, to the player. And what are they going to do with it? They're going to rip out every page and make paper airplanes out of them. And they're never going to see your story. They are going to spend 30 hours making shacks. This is who we're making the game for.
The worst thing is that now every game will be written by ChatGPT. I swear to God, the writing is gonna be awful.
That's not the end of being a video game developer, because the true mark of being a real developer is waiting for reviews to come in, and then reading the reviews, of course, and hopefully, if you get lucky, ignoring the reviews.
Then there's the design of the game. Emil is head of that too. See, lead designers of a game usually have this thing called a design document. This is available to everyone on the team and sets out pretty much everything the game is trying to achieve, keeping everyone on the same page at all times. New people join the company midway through development, just send them the design doc, and they'll be up to speed. Design docs are usually constantly updated throughout development, so if something...
Actually, most newer games are written by females, and they kinda don't know how to write games. Because, I'm telling you, the biggest problem is that they are afraid to write evil characters. You cannot make an evil character without making them actual evil. People are like, oh, it's actually problematic if they commit like assault or something. Yeah, that's the point, buddy. It's supposed to be an evil fucking character. If the fictional character cannot commit a crime, how am I supposed to know that it's a bad guy? You cannot just slap a sticker onto his head that, hey, actually he's really bad and evil, and he twirled his mustache when he took a candy away from a child. You know, like, that's not how it works.
Thing changes, it'll be reflected on the document.
God damn it.
But turns out, the lead designer is not a fan. Design docs take a bit of time to keep up to date, and it's just a bit too much effort. So for Fallout 4, he basically just scraps it, apparently resorting to a few smaller ones for specific areas of development. Now, Bethesda games are not small projects. Their studios consists of hundreds of people, collaborating across multiple countries.
We don't give two shits about how technology works, because all we care about is getting rich.
And now they're going about this without...
These are mutants. It's all Shrek. Dude, there's going to be a new Shrek movie, and I'm so not going to watch it. I am absolutely uninterested. I already know it's going to be fucking awful, and it's going to be anything but what it used to be. It looks so bad already. Listen, I saw that the Shrek's daughter has a nose ring, and I was like, no, No.
Not a cohesive, shared document. Doesn't
It's
sound
over.
ideal.
Not a great plan.
He receives a ton of backlash for this, and later walks it back in a
Emile.
tweet. And of course, the bugs are numerous. And incredibly basic things are still missing. There's still no ultra-wide support, or even an FOV slider, even though you can easily change it by modifying the ini file. This is on a PC in the year 2015. But of course, Bethesda knows their fanbase will clean it all up for them, so it's all good. When Fallout 4 first released in November 2015, Todd and the boys offered a season pass for
I fucking hate season passes. I hate it. Battle Pass and Season Pass and all of these motherfucking pass.
$30, including access to all future
30?
DLC content. At the time,
Okay, dude. Okay, but what if they don't give DLC? It's like you pay 30 and then you get the future DLCs. Okay, and how much is it? What if there is no DLC? They are just like having like trust me, bro. It's coming. You just gotta trust me. Just throw another 30 at me and I'm like,
the scope of the DLC isn't public knowledge, but the last two Fallouts had a clear formula of 4 to 5 decently sized story expansions with new locations, quests, weapons, and enemies. So people expect something similar here. Bethesda had also stated that the season pass would be worth at least $40.
Wow. How generous of them. Holy shit.
In total. Pretty sweet deal. February 2016, and Bethesda has an announcement. They've expanded their original vision for 4's DLC.
Are you with me?
And the season pass price is getting bumped up to $50 in March.
Bro, that's like the entire price of the game. $50? Holy shit.
If you hadn't already, you better get that season pass now. They released their first expansion that same month, and it's a small quest line with a character from Fallout 3, as well as a new robot building system. It's alright, I guess.
I think the game was 40. Dude, the battle pass. Oh my god.
April 2016, and DLC 2 is released.
Okay.
Wasteland Workshop. This is basically just a few more things you can craft for your settlements, and some arena fighting. Okay. May 2016, and we get the first proper expansion, Far Harbor. And this is actually decent. Bethesda had clearly taken in some feedback here, because it includes actual RPG elements and is decently written. Let's just ignore that one quest there. They then released 2 more Workshop DLCs. Exciting stuff. Then the second full expansion, Nuka World, releases in August. Again, this expansion is good.
Ooh.
The season pass was shaping up to be a pretty good buy. Wait, this was the last DLC?
Uh-oh. Wow. Well. Look at that. Promising something so big and then noping out as soon as possible. That's crazy. Was it worth the 50? Probably not.
So that was 2 actual expansions, a small quest line, and then some tiny crafting DLC. Fans are pretty pissed.
Probably not.
That doesn't mean...
Oopsie.
Despite the
We are sorry. Oh my god.
issues, the game sells insanely well. Todd had done it again. And Fallout goes
God
mainstream.
damn it, Todd.
Mass appeal. And hundreds of millions are conjured yet again. Todd gets suited and booted and heads to the Game Awards.
Listen, Daddy Todd needs a new yacht, so come
Ready
on.
to sweep up yet again. But once he gets there, something feels different.
Uh-oh.
The atmosphere. It's off. Todd has some white wine and dips into the salmon pinwheel. It's fine. It's probably nothing. And the lights dim, and there it is. Best RPG.
The best RPG. The winner is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
What?
Oh,
Developer of the Year.
For Developer of the Year
damn.
goes to CD Projekt Red.
What? Game of the Year.
And the winner
Impossible.
for Game of the Year 2015 is The Witcher 3.
Yama.
Outrage. Todd Howard snubbed. He leaves and gets cracking on his next game.
I really like his car.
This thing was going to be a masterpiece. The consistent regression of their games, definitely noted, but Bethesda still has a generally tremendous reputation. In a market currently setting its sights exclusively on your mother's credit card.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Good evening, sir. I'm calling from your credit card company.
Bethesda had stuck it out, remained single player, and actively avoided egregious monetization.
Take my money,
Mostly.
please.
One of the few decent gaming companies left. But around 2016...
Wow, wow, outdated as fuck. What do you mean? One of the... Dude, what is a decent company who develops games these days? Is CD Projekt Red... Do we still have the goodwill with that? Capcom? Nope. I mean, to be fair, they kinda patched up Cyberpunk, so whatever. CD Projekt sucks now. Larian is good still. Yeah, but didn't they lose the Baldur's Gate IP? There's no more Baldur's Gate from the boys.
And even this begins to change.
Yo.
In October, Bethesda...
When is the new Witcher coming out? Is it next year? Or did they push it to like somewhere in the near fucking future that I will not even be alive?
Bethesda Softworks decides to make a controversial change.
Never.
See, game reviewers typically get sent out review copies a few days or even weeks before games come out. This is so they have enough time to actually play the game.
I remember this. You have no idea. This video of the journalist fucking up the tutorial, it radicalized me. Unironically, I never gave two fucks about journalists, and I saw this one video of the guy unable to go through the tutorial, and I was like, he's retarded. I was like, I can't. I have lost all respect for these people. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
People seem to forget that The Witcher 3 had the same launch as Cyberpunk, literally broken game that got fixed up later.
Well, as long as it got fixed up.
Before writing an entire review on it for launch day. For longer, single-player games like the ones Bethesda Softworks publish, this is pretty important. But Bethesda now reckons, nah, let's just send review copies out one day before launch. So, everyone, including those in the media, get to experience our games at the same time. Definitely not to sweep glitches and issues with the games under the rug until everyone had already bought the game.
Didn't they do the same thing with Cyberpunk, that they only gave copies onto... Was it only for PlayStation or only for PC? I remember that they only sent it out for one platform because it didn't fucking work on the other one. I just don't remember if it was PC or the PlayStation.
This is obviously quite controversial, and after releasing a couple of games under this, they backpedal. Also, around the same time, a tiny indie developer is developing a small game called Pray for the Gods. ZeniMax hears about this and comes knocking. Nice name you got there, pal. But turns out, we already have a game with the word pray in the title.
Wow.
Nothing personal, kid. They're forced to change the name. A few years before that, Mojang was making a game called Scrolls. ZeniMax had come knocking then too. Same result. Also in 2016, Todd has a surprise for us.
Oh god. Todd, what's in the box? No, Todd. What's in the box? I can't handle it.
It had been 2 years since Fallout 4, and players are starting to get hungry once more.
Yum, yum,
and lucky
yum.
for us, Todd and the boys had something in store. Another edition of Skyrim. That was on top of Skyrim Legendary Edition back in 2013, Skyrim VR Edition, which would release in 2017, and Skyrim Nintendo Switch Edition shortly after that. Fans are overjoyed. That's not all. The Special Edition replaces the original Skyrim listing on Steam. It also changes the game from 32-bit to 64-bit, meaning every single mod is now automatically broken and needs updating. It's not all bad. They announce mods on consoles. They also announce paid mods for all platforms. The Creation Club. It was simple. Slide some cash over to modders to create a mod that probably already exists on the Nexus for free. Create their own currency with predatory pricing models, and then sell these mods to players through it. The first few creations are simply jaw-dropping. An $8 Chinese stealth suit, pretty much identical to the one in the base game of Fallout 3, for free, and also currently available on the Nexus, for free. And look, horse armor again.
It's beautiful.
Brilliant.
Fuck yeah, the horse armor is back!
2018.
Gentlemen!
It's rumoured that Todd is working on a massive brand
The horse
new IP.
armor.
Their first in 25
The
years.
legendary horse armor.
So naturally, we're probably not...
God, dude, Starfield was such a pathetic flop. Oh my god. I unironically think that no one fucking plays it anymore. They committed the most grievous sin. It was boring. It's not even bad, it's just boring.
Gonna hear much from him for a while. But then, on May the 29th, another countdown appears. This time on Bethesda's own Twitch. On it, the words, "Please stand by." My god, it's happening again.
Hey, it's happening! Everybody stay calm!
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
3,000 people are playing it right now. I mean, it could be worse.
And then, there he is.
Have we waited long enough, guys?
Can someone check how many people are playing Fallout right now?
Wait, what was this? It was only 3 years since the last Fallout. Could this be the massively anticipated New Vegas
4?
sequel? Perhaps Fallout 5 skipped the queue.
Ooh.
Speculation goes wild.
Everything on this wall is connected.
Regardless, the next day, the countdown drizzles down to 0, and the world...
Fallout 4, 16,000? Yeah. Yeah, I think... Yeah. Yeah, I think it's very obvious. Yeah. Yeah, just a few people, not too many. There's just, 60,000. Yeah.
sees the next Fallout for the very first.
There's 23,000 playing Skyrim. I think it's safe to say that Starfield did not reach the potential that was promised.
Time.
Oh no, it's 76. Oh no.
Excitement.
Oh no.
Although people still don't really know what it is they're excited for. June 10th. It's E3. Todd charges on stage, and we get some actual details of the game.
Fallout 76 is entirely online. All new.
That's a red flag. I am starting to learn these things. If there is a battle pass, season pass, online, whatever, red flag. Red fucking flag.
Rendering, lighting, and landscape technology. It is 4 times the size of Fallout 4. 16 times the detail.
I remember this. 16 times the detail. I remember this. I remember the promo.
Of course you can play this solo. You'll never even see a server when you play.
This all sounded brilliant. An online PvP base building survival game. The collector's edition looks promising too.
And it also comes with a Fallout collectible that really I've always wanted, so we made them for everybody to buy, and here it is.
I don't think that's necessary. I don't think that people are going to use that. But yeah, why would gamers need that? What do you mean?
Okay, no. But we do get a helmet, a map.
That glows in the...
Oh my god, that's what I should wear so I'm not hurting myself during the day. Fucking helmet, just doing.
Dark.
And some army figures, alongside a canvas bag.
Oh my god, I remember the drama with the fucking bag. And the Nuka-Cola drink and... Oh my god.
It's also the perfect time to tease Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6. 2 games that are around 5 and 10 years out from launch, respectively. But anyway, this...
Am I tripping? But like 5 and 10 years for game development is just too fucking long. I don't know what they have to do, but they have to gotta start speed up this shit. It's not normal that you have to wait for 10 fucking years, an entire decade, to play a game that will still launch like fucking buggy. AAA devs can't do anything normal. It's outrageous. Really. Like, you know, I know that, for example, Silk Song took like fucking forever, but isn't it basically 2 dudes making the entire game? And these people are working with hundreds and hundreds of people, and it still launches like... Oh, sorry, 3. My bad. I apologize, 3. And the rest of them is like an entire ass company behind them and everything, and it's still shit.
Things coming out on November the 14th, and that was just 5 months away.
So sad.
GTA 6 after 12 years and $2 billion in production.
Dude, I want GTA to be good, but I feel like it's just... I don't think it can live up to the hype anymore. I think... It's not even the hype, it's more like the expectations, maybe. Like, if you say that, like, oh, it took 12 fucking years and 2 billion... Like, there's no fucking way it's going to be that good. It will be probably good, but it will not be that good.
Bethesda had held a beta a couple of
I don't care about GTA anymore. I mentally moved on. Understandable.
weeks before launch for people who'd pre-ordered the game. And things start out rough. By this point, Bethesda weren't exactly known for the structural integrity of their software, and they'd decided to launch the game exclusively on their brand new Bethesda launcher.
Hooray! I love launchers! I love it when my launcher has a launcher.
House by Bethesda's best. Just go to their website, download it, slurp up the 45 gigabytes of game files, and in around a week's time when the beta's unlocked, just hit play. Simple enough.
Hell
and players do exactly this. But turns out, for some, upon pressing the play, the launcher deletes the entire game instantly. Bethesda releases an emergency statement.
That's genius. That's absolutely genius. I love it.
Telling players to stay calm and not to touch anything.
Do not click any buttons.
And then promptly deletes the tweet. Things are off to a good start. Also, the YouTubers. They're uploading videos. They're not good. They say the game is running horrifically.
I couldn't get the game to run smoothly. I had tons of FPS issues and tons of stutters.
Even on NASA tier PCs. And that bugs are everywhere. But fans disagree. The dislikes come in hard and fast. Bethesda would obviously fix everything before release. This is a beta after all.
Right.
However, this is a beta about 3 weeks out from launch. Fans close YouTube and head over to Twitch, where Rick and Morty are streaming the game.
I know I'm naked, but just come help.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Dude, when Rick and Morty was still popular and not cringe.
Yeah, no funny business.
Holy shit.
Everything was gonna be okay.
Such a long time ago.
14th of November, 2018. And the world is blessed with Fallout 76.
Hooray!
And after downloading a day 1 patch bigger than the game itself, players...
I swear to God, Rick and Morty started becoming cringe after they did that goddamn McDonald's promotion and the Pickle Rick. That was the point where the normies joined in and everything fell apart. Yeah, the goddamn Szechuan sauce and the Pickle Rick ruined everything. It left the safety of the circle and it was cringe.
Boot up and step out into what would be
an untamed and very different wasteland.
Ooh.
Todd had made some grand promises, and the follow-through was nothing short of incredible. Voluptuous size, and the detail.
16 times the details, gentlemen! Do you see all the details? Wow! Holy shit!
Simply eye-watering.
It's beautiful.
However, Fallout 76's development was handed to a newer, relatively inexperienced Bethesda team in Austin, with the main Bethesda Maryland just designing and overlooking the development of the game. And turns out, this new team decided to forego bug testing entirely, and on launch, Christ.
Yeah, that might be a necessary part. Yeah, like, I don't mean to mansplain or anything, but, you know, that might be necessary.
Oh my god!
He has a... What the fuck? He has a fly. Is this Osmongold's father when he was young? He has a fly on his head and it's moving. Ah!
There are frozen enemies,
The peak male form, you would think that he would feel it.
flying enemies, invisible enemies,
Hello?
naked enemies,
Oh.
upside down naked enemies.
I do love the variety in the naked enemy territory.
Invincible enemies, invincible players,
Shot. Or not. I could get the damage bug.
pop-ins, rendering issues,
16 times the detail.
random god rays, T-poses, server crashes,
Hey, bye-bye, bitch. Told you.
and muscle man. What the Animations are also off. There's a ton of exploits, and so much more.
What the is going on?
The year is also 2018, and Bethesda's newest AAA game is capped at 60 frames per second, even on PC. Naturally, players are quite annoyed, so they dig into the game files and start tinkering. And in a mere few minutes, they figure out a simple fix. However, turns out the cap's there for a reason, because turn it off, and time and space itself speeds up and destabilizes. This is because the game world's physics are actually tied to the frame rate of the game.
Bro.
Head over 100, and your character becomes the Flash. This bug has been in Bethesda's engine code dating back to Morrowind.
That's genius! Holy shit, you change the frame rates and it breaks the entire game.
And it's one of the many bugs modders have repeatedly fixed on their own, almost instantly after release, only for every following game to reintroduce it. There's also still no FOV slider.
Can't keep getting away with it!
So PC players dig into the game files again and do it themselves. But turns out the UI is tied to the field of view here. Change this, and the UI elements are just gone. Push to talk? Sorry, not this time. Proximity chat is either permanently off or always on, the latter by default. Meaning you'll be hearing the cries of children and screams of mothers in the distance fairly often. There's also no text chat. And
there was no text. They made a game where they force you to have the microphone on and there is no text chat.
on PC, you can barely remap the horrific controls. The game itself, also quite lacking. As was now well established, bug fixes and patches for Bethesda games had been outsourced to modders for free.
Just talk to Stinky. I have the thing that I'm suffering from. It's called being a woman. Therefore, I am not allowed to use voice chat because they will immediately tell me to go back to the kitchen. They don't know that my computer is in the kitchen. So what they are saying is redundant. So unfortunately, I cannot use the microphone.
But for Fallout 76, Todd decided to outsource the actual content too.
My personal favorite part of Fallout 76 is when they create their own fun.
See, Bethesda had so much of their team working on the detail.
16 times the detail. 16 times the detail.
That developing actual things to do in interactable NPCs, simply not possible. And the game features absolutely no human characters.
What?
Only other players. But it's alright. Other players will take the place of NPCs, Todd reassures us. With no NPCs in the game, naturally, the quests are terrible. The main quest line basically
What do you mean there are no human NPCs?
boils down to following the trail of someone's vlogs across the map. Okay, at least there's the side quests. Stuff like find Steve. Oh, Steve's dead.
Oh,
Thank
shit.
God he left this TikTok behind for us to watch.
The war is over.
You are out of uniform, soldier! Where is your power armor? That suit is gonna come out of your pay! Now get out of my face and don't come back until you look like a soldier!
Fantastic. The game features PvP, but the PvP is horrific.
When it came out first, no NPCs? Wait, that's normal that there was no NPCs? Like on purpose?
Instead of simply adding PvP and PvE servers, Todd attempts to toe a tight middle ground. It makes it so 2 players have to shoot each other before either can do any actual damage. Shoot someone that hasn't shot you back yet, and you may as well be shooting blanks. And the graphics, still not
16 times the details, gentlemen! 16 times!
Not great.
Beautiful, stunning, 2018.
16 times.
It's not all bad. There are some cool things here.
I see it. I see the details.
Like dropping nukes. But drop more than one at a time, and the servers will implode.
You'll never even see a server when you play.
The launch codes are also the same for every server, and change once a week. Just spent countless hours getting all 8 pieces. You could have just googled them. The building is alright, but the build limit is extremely restricted, and all you can really do is build crafting stations, a bed, and storage.
Please don't tell anyone how I live.
Storage that is, again,
That's so cute. Oh my god, is that the fucking Nintendo Animal Crossing inventory space? Do I see that right? Holy shit.
extremely restricted. They end up raising it by 50% after a huge number of complaints, but they say they can't do any more due to server performance issues. So the game itself, not smooth. But the one thing that does work perfectly on launch is the new in-game shop.
Of course.
The Atomic Shop.
Come
in and browse such luxuries as a set of power armor with some paint slapped on for just $20. Deal.
Are you f***ing serious?
Bro.
Do you like $7 digital fridges? Do you like the outfits you got for free in our last game? Great, come in and spend some money. Naturally, at first, there are pay-to-win concerns around this store. But Todd comes out. It's alright. You can earn the currency in-game, the purchases would fund the upcoming free expansions for the game, and most assuring of all, the Atomic Shop is and would stay cosmetic only, so that PvP would stay completely balanced and fair. We're definitely not asset flipping Fallout 4 and selling it back to you for dozens of dollars, and there are absolutely no fake discounts and law-breaking price schemes. Nice.
No.
Time to get spending. Naturally, the game doesn't.
I love it when they do that. When they are just releasing something new and it's like, it's 30% off if you're buying the bundle. As opposed to what, baby girl? You just put it out.
Make it a few days before discounts appear. The game starts at $60. Within just 1 week, a third of that is nixed.
Wait, so they launched it for $60 and the DLC thingy was $50? So they are expecting a solid $110 for the entire game?
50% sales, not long.
Oh, that was 4.
After that.
Sorry. This one only has the microtransactions, never mind.
Alongside the discounts, hordes of fans had been requesting refunds. Initially, Bethesda had given in, but now, no more.
No more refund suckers. This is a true tweet. It's I saw it online. It's not photoshopped, it's not forged. This happened, yes.
Some people are even
Must be
promised
true.
them, only to have Bethesda backtrack the next day. See, if this was on Steam, they'd have to give the green light for these. But here's the thing. It's on that old launcher of theirs.
Not gonna lie, I worry about Steam's future once Gabe is going to retire. I feel like that man is so good to us. And he's like protecting gamers so fucking hard. And if they are going to give it to some random retard...
Check and mate. But then come murmurs of a class action lawsuit, and they backtrack immediately. So the game is absolutely horrendous, and naturally, the sales are too. Also, no game awards, not even a nomination, and a whopping 2.6 on Metacritic.
Damn, that's impressive! 2.6? That is actually an impressively bad number, holy shit.
Right, boys.
Quite
Should
high.
probably do something here. They can't rely on modders to fix the game this time round, so Bethesda gets to work on actual patches. And after a few months, Fallout 76 slowly morphs into something resembling a playable game. Also, the boys in Bethesda's R&D department had been working round the clock. And And by the end of 2018, was that an FOV slider? Widescreen? Even push to talk? What was happening? Despite the progress, there are some bugs they just can't quite crack. Also, a teleportation exploit using cameras, hackers finding a way to spawn in weapons, armor, and other objects into the game, even NPCs and stuff from other games.
Bethesda just does not have the infrastructure in place that allows them to deal with situations like this efficiently.
These hackers are also running around stealing people's entire inventory. They don't even have to see you to do this, as long as they're within the general radius of the player.
Why are you running?
And because the Pip-Boy is technically an item in your inventory, say goodbye to that too. Luckily, thanks to another glitch, the game checks if you have a Pip-Boy every time you log onto a server. So join a new server, and you'll be alright. It takes Bethesda around a week to address this, and when they do fix it, hundreds of people have lost everything. Victims are given two options: roll back their progress to before the muggings, or meet up with someone from Bethesda in a private world who will hand all your stuff back to you. But despite the improvements in the game, problems are surfacing outside of it. As part of the collector's edition, they'd promised a canvas bag, quite clearly labelled here. But on launch day, horror for collectors as they unboxed their editions, and it was nowhere to be found. Instead, a cheap nylon bag in its place.
Beautiful. It's so shiny and beautiful.
After suggesting a canvas shortage and then denying replacements, they backtrack again.
Yeah, I remember it too, because it was such a big fuss. Like, there was even about the Nuka-Cola thingy, that it was actually just a plastic pressed onto like a glass or something, and not the glass itself.
Again, and hand out a form for people to fill out.
We are sorry. It's legendary. We are sorry. We are so sorry.
A replacement. This goes through very smoothly, with no issues. However, this is not the only underwhelming merchandise.
Yeah. We are sorry.
September 2019. It's been around a year since release, and after countless bug fixes, Fallout 76 is in okay shape, and now the game and its mishaps are largely forgotten. But the collector's edition wasn't finished. It would spring up one more time in the media. This time it was the helmets. They were accumulating dangerous levels of mold.
Okay, I did not know about that. Wait, you got free mold with the helmet? I didn't know that. Ain't no way. I did not know that. Let's go.
If you were the lucky owner of one of the collectible Nuka-Cola versions, turns out the United States Consumer Product Safety Commission considers them a severe health risk for anyone with one in their household. They're recalled and refunded. Bethesda's reputation was already slipping before the events of 76, but Fallout 76 was a major tipping point. Gamers were angry. They were rising up. So angry, these gamers made numerous angry YouTube videos and forum posts, most of which attained a ton of upvotes from other angry gamers. Things were getting serious. Bethesda thought it best not to respond to the horror that was the launch of this game, and returned to the shadows, and Todd and the boys lay low, go off the grid. Before launch, you could often find Pete Hines, Vice President of Bethesda Softworks and Head of Marketing and PR on Twitter, answering curious fans' questions about the game. Afterwards, nothing.
I'm gonna be honest with you, the more I watch like dramas and whatnot, I feel like that probably not replying to these things is the best thing you can do. Just don't address it. Just when you have something to show, something to fix, then do it.
Complete radio silence. But after a while, the game is improving. The roadmap that initially launched for the game is taking shape, and the expansions are actually decent. They'd even added actual NPCs.
Damn!
Wow. Todd had even apologized.
Fallout 76 had a lot of difficulties at launch, and we got a lot of well-deserved criticism.
To the
Aww, he admitted. I'm so proud of him. It must be really hard to say those words when you're a millionaire and you have 5 yachts.
Mystic. It looked like things at Bethesda had in fact begun to change. Their trail of greed, incompetence, and outright refusal to listen to what their fanbase wanted was just a brief nightmare, a small bump in the road. Finished. Unfortunately, Todd had other plans.
Oh no. Todd, no. I can't handle it anymore. Please,
They'd said
Todd.
Fallout 76 would
I promise I will keep the mold. I will cherish the mold. Just please, no more.
never be paid to win. Microtransactions would be cosmetic only.
He promised.
So when they released repair kits to the Atomic Shop in early
You
2019,
promised.
fans are confused. Todd had lied, but he wasn't finished. In 2020,
Todd wouldn't lie to me. He wouldn't do that to me. Straight up to my cute face, he would not do that to me.
the promised private servers arrive. And they're paywalled behind Fallout 76's new subscription service. Fallout First. Private servers, unlimited storage for scrap, monthly atoms, exclusive cosmetics, and a tent. All for just $13 a month. More expensive than Netflix at the time. Oh god. Fallout 76 is trending on Twitter again. A ton of angry forum posts are cropping up. People are not happy. Also, they forgot to reserve the actual Fallout First domain name, and someone on 4chan managed to get there
Fucking based.
first.
Oopsie. Oh
Of
no.
course, this service was not without issues. The private servers turned out to use recycled multiplayer worlds that had evidence of recent activity from other players, such as dead enemies, looted areas, and so on. The infinite stash was gobbling up people's scrap, which they could no longer find. Yeah, once again, things were not smooth. It's now 2020 and up at corporate movement. See, back in 2007, a private equity firm called Providence had bought around 300 million ZeniMax shares, and then some more in 2010. They're presumed to hold around 30 to 40% of the stock. What followed was a shopping spree. ZeniMax uses this money to buy Tango Gameworks, id, and Arcane, and rumour is, by 2016, their little investment has paid off quite nicely, and Providence is looking to lock
Thank you, Link.
in some profits and sell. However, at this point, ZeniMax are only
Islands dog.
valued at $2.5 billion.
What the fuck?
Was embarrassing. We can do better, boys. And so, a plan is hatched. Instead of sticking to huge, intermittent
Yeah, he can't handle Todd because he apologized, and then Todd said that he wouldn't lie again, and then Todd lied again, and Link is a little bit triggered by that. It's understandable, really.
high-quality releases every few years, let's consider the quarterly cash flows. How about a few mobile games, price tags on mods, egregiously priced cosmetics, and then the masterpiece that was Fallout 76.
Oh my god.
There. Now, on paper,
Easy.
the company looks great. Just forget about everything else. And the plan works perfectly. Microsoft's Phil Spencer marches straight into their office, and on September 21st, 2020, they announced the acquisition of ZeniMax Media for $7.5 billion. And on the 9th of March 2021, the deal goes through. Xbox now has 23 game studios, and the prime cut of the meat, Todd Howard and the boys.
The boys.
Morrowind was a generational leap, effectively laying the foundation for the modern open world game and setting the blueprint for all following Bethesda titles. Todd was the visionary behind it.
Look at him. He was so innocent. Look the hope and the sparkle in his eyes. He was but a boy with passion and 16 times more details.
Behind it, but with little competition, a horrific engine, and a complete dismissal of fan
He was a
feedback.
real boy.
Innovation turned to safe, stagnant, and outdated and repetitive releases. And by 2021, it was clear. The Bethesda we once knew was no longer.
Oh no. Jesus Christ, was that in the game? That was in the game, right? Or in the video? Scared me.
It's him. How did he find you? Todd leans in gently, hair combed to perfection, his frosty eyes glistening, a faint aroma of jasmine.
Bro, I don't want to have a smut written with me and Todd Howard. I don't want that. Also, my voice escaping my ass. I don't want that.
And Manuka honey radiates from him.
Manuka
You stand
honey.
strong and firm. You've fallen for this before. There's nothing he could say to fall. But then you feel his touch. The hairs on your neck shoot up as he leans in. The Manuka now hot in your nostrils. And he whispers in your ear once more.
I didn't consent to this. 16 inches! Oh no, Todd, I don't want it!
Painstakingly huge. 4 times the size. You'll need a free hand.
Wow, 4 times the size and I will need a free hand. Wow, Todd, be careful, I might think you're flirting with me.
Todd's next game was coming out next year. And you'd just pre-ordered it.
No! There was no way that the collector's edition cost $250. There's no way. There is no way. Wanna bet?
Also,
no
don't
way.
forget to download War Thunder using the links below.
War
returning PC and console
Thunder.
players.
No fucking way. I am unwilling to believe that. I'm sorry. But no. I don't want it.